that maybe I don't want to give away yet. Bio, 9 months, thank you. Favorite legacy deck? Definitely Ad Nauseam Tendrils. I was a specialist of the deck for a long time. I got to play it at the only Pro Tour you could ever play Legacy, PT 25th anniversary. But I like a lot of the Legacy decks. That was just my favorite. Murktide matchup? Murktide matchup is pretty fun usually. And like I think usually like, you know, slightly favorable for the JUND player. I think I'm playing the Blood Crypt turn 1. Then likely going to go with like Thoughtseize, Proving Ground turn 2. Could maybe play Goyf instead. Yeah, seems good. Oh, not Murktide. Domain. Why didn't they ice me? They didn't ice me because they want to get a Triome. They're going to go Absian, Triome, Scion. So we take this Scion because we're kind of cold to it. Well, if I was playing 4-color Omnath at the tournament, I wouldn't have a problem saying it because I would just reveal Yorion, you know what I mean? There's like, it's not like, it's not like, I'm keeping a good secret, you know? Although 4-color Omnath is really good. I couldn't get my hands on Leyline Bindings though. If I could get my hands on Leyline Bindings in time, maybe I'd play 4-color Pivot. Okay, getting iced. Fetching and Shocking here against the Tribal Flames deck is a bit scary, but I think I will. I think that I will play a Tarmogoyf as well, 5/6 Goyf. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think there's gonna be very few people with Dominaria United cards at the tournament. At the very least, like I couldn't get my hands on any in time. They're all coming like early next week, so I'm not really expecting to play against many. But that could be wrong. Got 2 distant art foils of the Leyline. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could ask around some. I also like my deck choice. Need to find Paper LGS sponsor. Maybe. All right. So in this matchup, I've just been. Oh, sorry. This is domain. This is domain. Hold on. Just started siding boring as if it was Murktide. Yeah. I guess I don't want the hearses. I kind of have a hard time answering the Scion. I could play second Boseiju. Boseiju fixes their mana so well, though. Black-White has them online. BW has them online right now. BW. Well, like the problem is like not necessarily being able to order them online. I've been able to order them online, but like they're just not going to ship in time. Like, basically, all of the Dominaria cards that I saw shipped today. I saw on TCG Player and Star City shipped today. I even had to order, we had a big scandal where I just couldn't get cards from TCG Player fast enough, so I ordered overnight shipping for the deck I'm playing. Local to us? Okay, I can maybe take a look. BW. Oh, okay, cool. I know what you're talking about. I mean, I can try scrambling for them tonight. I do feel like Leyline Binding and 4-color would be such a sick choice for the tournament. We'll see. I'll think about it. Thank you for the tip. Okay, opponent's on a roll to 6. I'm gonna keep the 7. Keep the 7. Play the monkey. Do you have 4-color on paper? Yeah, I think so. I may be missing like the Naya Triome. Oh, I've loaned all my Wrenn and Sixes though. I have a friend of mine borrowing all my Wrenn and Sixes. But I could get them from someone else. I didn't like set out to buy 4-color. I just, started acquiring a modern collection, and then eventually I just had all the good cards in the format, and that's what the 4-color deck is. There's probably like something like a card or two I'd have to pick up, but like I don't think I have Traverse. Okay, we'll take the Fire Ice here. Oh yeah. Because of their mana, it's gonna be hard for them to double spell anyways. Okay, so then Cyno Draco was a really good top deck for them. I guess I'm playing the Tarmogoyf. They're gonna Leyline Binding this though. Oh, I guess I should have brought in more Boseijus because of Leyline Binding, huh? Remand is kind of weird to see. It's interesting. Can you see the Founding Phoenix deck for a second? We'd love to play it tomorrow. It's in the Stream Decker, which I guess is down. Alright, don't say I never did anything for you. Don't say I never did anything for you. Maybe I'll play this, huh? I would love to play Phoenix in paper. Remand's also been seeing some play in... Okay, can't afraid to push a sign. Remand's been seeing some play in... Scheme Shift. Oh, notably, I don't want to be casting any spell here from Ragavan because they just remand it back to their hand. I think I Cycle Triumph is better than Giganta here also. Come on, it looks like a second to see a slow screen. So you can rewind, Snorri. You can like open the VOD and rewind. It's not very realistic for you to expect for me to just be able to hold up the deck for longer than just a few seconds, you know. But you can screenshot it or rewind and screenshot it. So now they don't have remand up. Some icing. Then we get to Shadowspear the Goyf, but I think we also have lethal next turn, right? Yeah, we have a little bit more than 10. Why'd Giganta has to be better? Giganta's not doing anything this game. Giganta's not doing a single thing, especially when my opponent has remand. I can draw relevant spells while my opponent's tapped out of remand by cycling ice. Yeah, I wonder if Spell Pierce is would be better than remand for them in their deck, because like a lot of times they go like tap Triumph, or like, you know, have just one man up instead. Can't take us back before Omnath was printed. We have a mission to save the magic world. I mean, before Omnath was printed, it was a dangerous time full of Uro and Mystic Sanctuary and Field of the Dead. I don't know if I can travel back then. Thank you, guy. Rest in Peace is really bad for me. Great two mystery cards for my opponent to have here. I shouldn't be dead though, because I have the Shadowspear or access to it. I wonder if it's right to equip the Shadowspear onto Ragavan. Kill the Wild Cattle. No, I don't think so. So their last card in hand is still that remand. So I'm dead to a burn spell, which their deck plays a lot of, but hopefully they don't have one. Leyline Binding, I guess I can play around that by activating Den. Try for deck tech, but can't. If it's a channel point deck tech, they're on 30-minute cooldowns. Okay, I don't think my opponent drew a burn spell. If so, I guess this would be a pretty sick slow roll. Eldrazi Winter is fun if you were playing it. Yeah, I remember I played a lot of FNM back in the day during Eldrazi Winter, and there was one person at my store. Who played the deck. So what does this attack mean? Oh, they're going to try to Leyline Binding my token. and trample over. That doesn't work if I block like this. I go to 1. Yeah, but there was only one person on my LGS that played it. So like for the most part, Modern was like normal, but we had one person playing the deck and just absolutely cleaning up. This player absolutely cleaned up. What if they have the pump spells? I mean, I'll just lose, right? I've done everything I can. I know one of the 2 cards is rebanned. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together, huh? Ooh, the good stacking. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I can go Float of Mana, Springleaf Drum, Lightning Bolt my opponents, fire up the Vin. Nice top deck. Fun match. 10 and 1 on the day also. 10 and 1 on the day. I think I felt like JUND Saga and JUND variants in general, red-black variants, all of these decks have a good matchup spread against the formats, have a really, really good matchup spread, but are weak to 4-color Omnath. And that's okay. Sometimes you have a bad matchup. Okay, Steam Vents go. Okay, Steam Vents Shredder. Yeah, not trying to summon Omnath. And you know, I am kind of interested to see like how like this version fares against it, where Soul is a big upgrade. I do feel like Soul gives you a better time against it, but I don't think that it in any like, you know, reasonable expectation makes the matchup favorable. How's Squee doing? Squee's been pretty good. I think Squee might be better as another tracker, but I also have liked the first Squee. It's felt like a pretty good option. I may be interested in Squee in more of like the Rakdos scam deck, regular Rakdos. You know, I'm kind of thinking of this card like a Kroxa, right? It's a card that, you know, is very hard to deal with traditional non-exile removal spells. But unlike Kroxa, this card is actually just like good for, like worth 3 mana, you know? It's a Rabble Master with Escape, which is just crazy to me. And it might not end up being everything you want it to be, but it's like at least interesting enough for me to be like pretty excited to be playtesting it today. So playing just a 5/5 Tide here with what seems to be a pretty obvious counterspell up. I've also been liking the Springleaf Drum today. I think the Springleaf Drum makes a lot of sense with the Soul of Windgrace in the deck, not needing to like filter away those extra lands with Brainstone or anything, which is what I used to like to play. Yeah, so excuse me. I think this turn I might like to go... Oh, interesting. I guess I'm just going to slam the Soul of Windgrace. While my opponent's tapped out. We're at 19, we have a Shadowspear in play, I think we'll be okay. Bait with Goyf and Terminate. Yeah, obviously we could Terminate too, but it's just like... They don't have Delirium, this currently doesn't die to Heat or Bolt. They don't have Counterspell up. I can equip it Shadowspear. Terminate. I didn't have the mana to Terminate. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I guess you're saying something else. Okay. Now they do have Delirium though. See, they're even just like holding this back. Okay. Yeah. Seems like I just want to attack. Totally happy to trade Soul for Murktide here. I'll have, you know, gotten 2 lands and just, you know, killed the Murktide. I think that's fine. I can even activate it too. Okay. Okay. Weird that they wouldn't attack if they're not going to block, but maybe they realize I can activate it. So now play Tarmogoyf. You have Tormo, usually for Tormo Terminate. Yeah. These are probably like late comments, but I understand that in that spot I had Tarmogoyf, but I just think it's better to play the Soul of Windgrace. In fact, here I'm even just going to hold up activation to give this Indestructible or Urza Saga token. Yeah. Okay, so in this matchup, I've just been bringing in 2 Hers, cutting Inquisition, Thoughtseize, clicking Submit. Yeah, I feel like every single time I cast this card, chat's always like, wow, Souls seem nuts that game. It's just like, seems like every game so far. Seems like every game so far, huh? I feel like we've yet to like cast the card or like, you know, draw the card really even and be like, oh, too bad we have Soul of Windgrace, huh? Not many decisions here, huh? They likely don't have another red source in their hand. Okay, they must have just drawn that for turn. They do have a Heat. Soulbite and Omnath? No, but you know, if Soul of Windgrace is not literally better than the best 4-mana creature of all time, then that's, you know, likely still going to be a pretty reasonable card. Okay, I'm gonna try to get both basics against possible Blood Moon post board. Cycle's a Spellbomb. Why playing Squee over Kroxa? Kroxa is really bad in Saga, where we have Forest, Boseiju, 4 Urza Saga. Like, you can play it, but it is always awkward in the deck. Squee is very easy to cast, and you know what's great about Squee is just, you know, the front side cost of it is not very costly at all. Okay. Yeah, let's play the Saga. I think this game is probably good to play against a bit slower and try to like negate their counter spells for a turn or 2. Sacks the Islet super aggressively. Does this target? You may put a land from... Wait, this doesn't target? You may put a land from a graveyard onto battlefield tapped in your control. So I can cast Soul of Windgrace and they can't hearse both a land in my yard and a land in their yard. That's nuts. Obviously they have, you know, counterspell mana open. If we targeted the land with Hearse, they could target the with Hearse in response to the target, right? I do think I have to play this just a little bit slower though. Get my, you know, Nihil Spellbomb, hedge against Murktide. Just good to know. Yeah, next turn I can Slam Soul with 3 lands in the yard, the ability to get back 1 of them. If I want to. Can Hearse exile... No, Hearse can exile 2 cards from a graveyard. But, yeah, but only from 1 graveyard, that's true. And so like getting rid of the Islet definitely feels kind of bad, but... Oh, I guess not less bad when they're just going to tap like this. Obviously, like, you know, somewhat likely that they're going to have counter magic up this turn. So maybe I'm supposed to go, like, Tracker into Goyf this turn. Ooh, I drew my Forest. I guess that's not the end of the world. I could probably fetch shock. It makes the construct bigger too. It gets so much value. Life total's pretty high. Oh, I can get Mountain, actually. I can get Mountain and Stomping Ground. What a slaughter, huh? What a slaughter. Squeeze and Ragavan's arts look kind of similar. Let's keep this. I've been liking the Springleaf Drum today. It's been good in several spots. I used to like to play before Soul of Windgrace. I used to like to play Brainstorm in that spot. Or sorry, Brainstone in that spot. I might actually play the drum here on turn 1. Get Mountain Overgrown Tomb. Blood Crypt Forest. Yeah, I think I play a little bit too much into Wrenn and Six if I don't know what my opponent's playing, but prefer not to play into the Wrenn and Six. What was I saying? Have I played against Titan or Hammer? Yeah, we've beaten both today. The full playset of Boseiju is very nice in both matchups. Hammer Time is a good matchup. Titan's a bit sketchier, I think. Okay, maybe playing against Rhinos here. So I think I'm getting the Blood Crypts. Love to draw a land for Windgrace next turn. Yeah, they're not playing Giganta. Yeah, I think the drum's been really good. I've liked it a lot. And so I used to like Brainstone to unflood you, because you're Wrenn and Six, you have all these lands in your hand all the time, you get pretty stuck. Ooh, Fury, gross. But with Soul of Windgrace, like, you are okay with lands in your hand because you can activate the ability here. Very classic Rhino's turn. Yeah, I do think Rhinos can be kind of a tough matchup. I think that we're mostly going to try to, like, usually I like to lean on, like, big Tarmogoyfs, big Urza Sagas to compete. Oh, sorry, we'll go Ragavan, Spellbomb, Crack Spellbomb, Cantrip, try to find a land drop. Best case scenario, Urza Saga, but very likely to lose game 1 here. We do find a land. I don't know that we're probably a bit too far behind for this to catch us up, especially with the opponent still having 4 cards in hand. We play against 4-color Omnath. How do I think the matchup is effect? The 4-color Omnath is one of the worst matchups you could ever imagine, I'm sure. I just listen. If you're afraid of losing to 4-color Omnath, this is not the deck for you. You are going to lose to it much more often than you beat it. And that's okay. That's okay to have a matchup that is heinous. So an extra Boseiju against Leyline Binding seems okay. Probably not much more than 1. I think that on the play I could be interested in, like, the first Turok. I think Squee looks kind of bad in this matchup. There's like a lot of spots where I feel like I want an extra. I just want something to bring in for Urza Saga targets, but I want to be cutting the spell bombs, so I get to bring in the Void Mirror. I could try to Needle to Fairy Time Raveler. I think that is somewhat relevant against this version. I think Heat is. I guess it's okay. Push is pretty bad though. Don't mind the first Hearse. Hearse can just sometimes be a big creature, which is good in this matchup. Also grows your Saga tokens, which is pretty relevant. I think I like the look of this. Okay, gonna keep this. Hopefully it can just connect with the Ragavan, which is really likely, into turn 2, Wrenn and Six, Thoughtseize on the play. Standard is not super popular in Magic Online, but people play it for sure. Okay, so spin to Footfalls. Dead Monkey. It's okay. Take the 2 for 1. I think I'm okay just to fetch basics. One thing I really like about not playing Liliana, not playing Seasoned Pyromancer in your Urza Saga deck is you just need one of each color. Although maybe I could have, I guess, gotten Overgrown Tomb and double discarded spell next turn. That might have been better. But I was just kind of thinking I could go discard spell into tracker discard spell. Keep that life total high. I guess it also works if I draw Saga. Worse if I draw that one too. Yeah, I mean, I want to be able to go tracker fetch land next turn, so I'll do this. Then they have 3 cards in their hand. Borrower, Scion of Draco. Glad to see people adopting this. I could just not attack into the Ambusher for a little bit. Thoughtseize it later, maybe. I can go next turn Wrenn and Six Ping Scion plus Lightning Bolt it. After playing Tracker. Tracker fetch land. Still a couple more turns before the first Rhino token gets down. Would prefer to be able to ultimate the Wrenn and Six, but I guess we can see what we draw. Any place for Grist? Yeah, you could play Grist over the Squee, play Third Tracker over the Squee. I think, you know, I'm not usually like a huge fan of like talking about like the 3 and 4 mana spells endlessly, especially now that like I think you definitely want the first 2 copies of Tracker. I think the first 2 copies of Tracker have been looking really good, feeling really good. I really wouldn't recommend playing less than 2. That being said, you don't usually want to draw more than 1 early, and so I think 3 could be dicey. So you could play 1 Grist, 1 Squee, 1 Kolagon's Command, 1 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and you know, I'm playing Squee to like play test it because it's a new card right now. I'm not necessarily sold that this is the best option for this spot, but I don't think like I think no matter what you play in that spot, it doesn't matter that much either. But Grist would certainly be a good among those, one of the better choices. Yeah, don't play Seasoned Pyromancer because you lose Giganta, but you could play Fable. But it's also important to state you can't play many more than just like, oh, they hit Wrenn, not Tracker. You can't play many more than like, you know, 1 or 2 of these kinds of cards. You just don't have infinite room for the these 3 and 4 drops. I guess they can cast their Ambusher. I don't really care. Famous last words, I guess. My sports ball kind of guy. I used to be. I haven't been very into sports for like the last, I guess, 4 years, to be honest. But I used to be like really into NFL, NBA. It's just kind of tough for me to be like to play Magic as much as I do and be so into this, and then also be into sports. I don't dislike them. Oh, me and Esther also like, but right before COVID, we were really trying to like try to make it a point to try to go to baseball games. We lived pretty close to the Ranger Stadium at the time, but giving them their 3rd land seems kind of dicey here. Yeah, and also getting the Tracker up to an extra point of toughness seems really good, so I think I just want to... Maybe I just attack with both creatures here. Try to win the race. And then whichever one of my 2 creatures my opponent double blocks with 2 4/4s, I can kill. I guess they can double block both because they have the Ambusher. Hold on, they can go double block there, double block there. Yeah. Let's actually just go kill this main phase. There's no instant speed 4 damage spell. More Rhinos coming down too. How are the stars? I have one of my best friends is really into the Dallas Stars, but I've never been to a game. Them having only 1 card in hand, giving the land isn't that big of a deal. I disagree very strongly. The Rhinos deck has like such a huge clump of cards in the 3 mana spot. There's a very good chance their last card is a powerful 3 mana threat here. Yeah, I know Doom and Jim Davis and Doom and Jim Davis play fantasy football. I played fantasy football for like 5 or 6 years every year. Yeah, I think they have violent outbursts like this. I played fantasy football very like religiously. I was just like glued to the TV all Sunday, every Sunday. It was awesome. Storm's Wrath in the sideboard against 4 color. Didn't seem that good. Kills exactly Omnath, doesn't kill plus Teferi, doesn't kill Wrenn and Six by that point. You know, removal spells are also, you know, not the answer for that matchup. If they were the answer, Jund would be having a good time. I don't know. Like, the truth is, there's no like 1 or 2 cards you can play as the Jund player to just all of a sudden have a good 4-color matchup. It's not going to happen. Soul of Windgrace, Tireless Tracker, these help, but Storm's Wrath ain't it. Turok by itself ain't it. It's just not going to happen. I push now because of Force of Negation. Needle to Fairy Time Raveler. Phyrexian Crusader. Crusader is a card I don't have a lot of experience with, honestly. That could be it. You lose Gigantha, which is awkward. That's probably the best card you could play, but you know they also do have answers for it in like Dress Down, Icewing blocks, Jump blocks at least. And they can also, you know, their clock is really slow, but that is like one of the only cards that they can actually raise. They can they can definitely race it. I think I could obviously cast the Void Mirror here. I think I just want to like putting the Gigantha into play. Just the 5/5 of this matchup is so nice. And then keeping the clue tokens uncracked makes my Saga token really big. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the plan of the matchup. Just kind of play a more fair match if you discard spells. Don't get there against their Cascade stuff. And also, like, if you don't Crusader on turn 3, like it's just kind of hard for it to get the job done, I think. But it is good. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not one of the better cards you could be playing. I think on the draw maybe I'll play a second push. Well, it doesn't kill. Maybe play third Boseiju actually. Over the Turok. Turok's kind of slow in the draw. Hits Scion, hits Leyline. Yeah, Tracker's been really good. I think you just want to play 2 though, the more I'm thinking about it. I don't love this hand. I think it's fine. Fine enough to keep. I do like, you know, Horus gets really big, makes your Saga tokens better if we draw Saga. I like to have a turn 1 Inquisition in the matchup. Don't love to draw another land. That's not Saga. Okay. Could Needle Otawara potentially this game. It's mostly for Teferi. And punish for the turn 1 Swamp. Oh, what if I actually just Needle Wooded Foothills? I don't have any Wooded Foothills in my hand. Nah, I think it's just better to Hearse. Get the Hearse online. Why is Rhinos playing Ambusher? I mean, any 0 mana spells that you can play on turn 1 is just like worth considering in Rhinos. They have the Otawara too, so like I'm not cutting them off 3 mana. Should just name Flooded Strand, huh? Okay, I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name the Flooded Strand. Tarmogoyf a bit smaller now that I exiled the Ambusher. Nice 1 mana Stone Rain. They do have Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding, Wooded Foothills, Otawara, 2 mystery cards. Earthquake combo. I don't think it's that big of a tension. You have to be like kind of mindful, right? But oh no, I was supposed to needle that. It's obviously, you know, somewhat of a tension. So I'm gonna Hearse 2 of my fetch lands here. Very likely go Wrenn and Six ping the Teferi, Tarmogoyf crew, attack for 4. But I have to fetch Shock to do that, which I don't love. But there's also a good chance that they are just going to have to or want to... Oh, no, I tapped wrong. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Okay, then... Guess we're getting the Triome. Sorry, yeah. So we attack the Teferi. It's close. Them having Teferi is just such a problem. Grows the Goyf too. Plays Otawara. So we have Leyline Binding plus 3 drop here. There's the 3 drop. Binding really good against Hearse. It's not like, you know, it's tough that it resets the Hearse exile cards. I think I just Giganta play this tapped, pass. And oh, but sorry, I'm just dead on board. Even if they don't have, even if they're binding at the wrong time, just dead. Tough game. I don't think us tapping wrong cost us the game there at least. Always really hard to escape in JUND Saga, where Boseiju basic forest and the Sagas don't tap to escape it. So and then also it's really nice. And then also in this deck, you have no way to discard Kroxa for value. So Kroxa is always going to be like somewhat awkward. Whenever you're just casting it, taking the turn off to play it. But what's cool about Squee, besides just being easier to cast, is that when you cast it for 3 mana, it's actually really good. It's a Goblin Rabblemaster, you know. Goblin Rabblemaster can't attack immediately, but you know, and you lose it's like a little different, but it's super close, kind of semantic-y to even like care that much about the differences. Maybe I was supposed to get Stomping Ground to play Goyf next turn, but I think I might be okay playing Saga turn 3. But just like it's Goblin Rabblemaster with Escape is an insane Magic card. It's like it's like an unreal card that they printed, and I think that Squee. The more I think about it, the more I'm just like dizzy thinking about it, how crazy this card is, and I'm starting to think that it could be a big sleeper from the set. It could be a big sleeper, and it could end up being much more impactful than we were initially expecting it to. You ever just like don't kill the Ragavan? But it's the anti-Twitch chatter. I think I'm okay with them drowning this turn. I've got plenty of lands in my hand. I want to be able to connect with the Ragavan again next turn. Up against fairies. Goblin Legacy likes Legacy Goblins. Yeah, I think it makes more sense in Legacy Goblins than Modern Goblins. You could play the Modern Goblins too. I kind of think I really like Pashik Mons a lot of Modern Goblins. I see a lot of people cutting the Mons, but what I always like about Mons is like you get to set up Sling Gang plus Mons. There's like a go wide combo finish that's really good against 4 color. But you could also try to find room for a Squee there. Keep Mons, keep Squee, play Bombardment. Maybe. I don't know. Squee's a really crazy card. It's a really crazy card. I think that, you know, it's a hard card to evaluate. Ooh, well, it'd be a shame if I just terminated that, huh? And played a Goyf. It's a hard card to evaluate, a card I'm really interested in, and I think next week I'm interested in playing some like Rakdos decks with it in Modern. 12 Rabblemaster win. That would be kind of interesting to do like a Rabblemaster Coco deck where you could have, you know, 4 Rabblemaster, 4 Warboss, 4 Squee, 4 Coco, 4 Unearth, 4 Ignoble Hierarch, 4 Ragavan. Sounds kind of fun. Kind of builds itself. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the hearses. They're playing the Murktide. I will. Yeah, I think I'll just side like I'm siding against Murktide. I'm not gonna bring a Boseiju against Bitter Blossom. Do Goblin Lord? Maybe, yeah. Hold on, let me just like scroll down to my JUND Coco deck. My JUND. This is Golgari Company trying to use Witch's Cottage. I never renamed, but we can just go like. Got all these cards for Squee, Legion War Boss, and Goblin Rabblemaster. I don't think Squee being a legend is that big a deal. Goblin Rabble. Yeah, and then playing the new Lord. What's the new Lord called? Feels like a good spot over like the company. Runevelt? Yeah, Runevelt. Horde Master. Can mulligan this on the draw against fairies. Keep this. Put back the Goyf, I think. Oh, then you just played Munitions Expert, right? Boom, we got a deck. Why does this look great? What the hell? Cavern? Yeah, maybe the mana gets a bit weird. I still like the Wrenn and Sixes, where it's like you can't really play 21 lands Coco without the Wrens. I'll look at it a little bit, but this definitely like has been like, you know, this has been brewing with Aspiring Spike. I will playtest this some, build a sideboard, maybe play one less Wrenn, one more Goblin, you know. I don't think you want Goblin Grenade. Yeah, maybe a sideboard. I'll build the sideboard. Grist seems like a good sideboard option for sure. But this looks very fun. I can't believe 12 War Boss just actually like just oh man, it seems so fun. No Prospector for surprise Cocos. I feel like it's probably narrow, especially without the Mogwar Marshal. Although, I wonder if we're supposed to play something over Ragavan. I mean, Ragavan's just like so nice and this archetype, but we're kind of light on removal. We have the Munitions Expert. I'll think about it. But we'll try this sometime next week. Don't tell Saffron Olive. Well, Saffron always finds a way, huh? I find a way. Looks super fun. Oh, baby. You know who's playing Impulse? It's fairies. It's the fairy players. I'm going to Almond League later. I'll try to watch Almond League later. I have dinner plans with my best friends is in town, and I need to get a haircut. I need to sleeve my deck for tomorrow, which shouldn't take too long. I kind of want to get my Springleaf Drum and cast Soul of Windgrace. My opponent's pretty likely to counter it. But I don't like that I can't cast it next turn if I don't go for it this turn, so I'll go for it this turn. I haven't said what I'm playing in paper. I keep playing these tournaments and my opponents know what I'm playing, so I'm going to try to just like try hard this one. Goblin Cleave and Magnus, non-basic Landwalk, Lockout Tron, Destroy Saga. I mean, I don't know that this list is looking for another 3-mana Goblin, but you know, I don't know that Goblin King is the one I'd play. I'll maybe play the War Marshal, so you discount the 3-drops. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll play the Tracker. We we can find lands, then we're going to be able to grow the construct. Yeah, I'll just play 12 Rabble Master in the challenge or the RCQ tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's modern. So I have 2 more paper RCQs in my area. There's only 2 left. It's this event tomorrow, which is modern, and then there's 1 Pioneer event. There's 1 Pioneer event in next week or 2 weeks, I think. And if I don't qualify at either of these, I'm obviously going to be big sad or whatever. But I think that I will. I think I would really like just not forgive myself if I didn't take the time and the money to go play. Why are they waiting till after they take this damage? If I didn't take the time and the money to go play the last chance qualifiers in Atlanta. Where I think I'll probably be able to play like 3 of them. If I 5-0 one of them, I get to play the RC, and I would really, really kick myself if I just didn't at least try. And then at the very least, I can like hang out for the weekend and meet a lot of people I haven't had the chance to meet in person, and they can all ask me how I did in the regional championship, and I'll be like, oh, I wasn't queued, didn't make it. Kind of a weird hand. I don't like it that much. I'm gonna mulligan. Let's keep this. Let's put back the Spellbomb. If I can tutor a Spellbomb maybe if I need it. Yeah, Goldfish says that they were last playing Mono Bluetron. I didn't want to read too much into that necessarily. But that does appear what they are up to. My old nemesis, Mono Bluetron. Probably not a great matchup. Condescend, Remand, Repeal, Thirst for Knowledge. Let's take the Repeal, which is really good against my Saga tokens, and I can just kind of be on a Saga token plan against Condescend, Remand, just not cast spells into those cards. Hopefully my opponent misses on their land drop, though. If they've hit a land drop, it's not ideal for me. I don't think I've seen anybody try Windgrace with Omnath. I should probably just... I hate to play 4-color Omnath on stream. It's just like, I don't want to do it. You guys don't want me to do it, but I do think 4-color Omnath with Windgrace and Leyline Binding both like seems like a really good deck, and I need to allow myself to work on decks regardless of if I like them or not. Okay, interesting decision point here. I should play a 3-mana spell while they're tapped out of their counter magic. Tracker is really good with the Urza Saga token I'm about to make. Squeeze also just really fast. I might do just like 1 league. I might just do 1 league, build a deck, 1 league, throw it out there. But then I don't want to play against it either. I should do it. I need to get over myself. Does 4-color really need more value? I mean, Windgrace is a fantastic card in the deck, I think. Fantastic card in this deck too. And Leyline Binding is not more value. It's just like the best removal spell you can play in the archetype, I think. Yeah, against the known counter magic. Oh, I guess I want to Thoughtseize this turn though, because they have the Thirst for Knowledge. So what if I think I'll get Springleaf Drum. Yeah, let's get Springleaf Drum. Cast a Thoughtseize. They can remand this, Condescend, but that means they're not going to get to Thirst for Knowledge. We'll be coming back to Aki. I love Aki. Aki is one of my favorite decks to play right now. So this is kind of like a classic cycle though, where when we have a new set, and it's been a long time since there's been a new set, I like to spend a lot of time working on the new cards, and then eventually we will filter back into the decks we were playing. You find out Monday Spike 1 RC 5-color domain Omnath. Just kidding. I can take the Repeal here. Go, Squee, go! So much pressure. So I'm not gonna play that. So my plan here is if they make a Shark Typhoon token, I can make a Saga token and then tap the Saga token into Springleaf Drum to terminate the shark. Trying to subscribe via Prime for 2 weeks. Can't figure out, is there a guide? There should be a guide. I don't... We used to have a command for it. I don't know what it is. Take your time. Figure it out. I don't know off the top of my house. Squeeze Ben Rabblemaster. Dude, Squeeze Goblin Rabblemaster with Escape. You know what I mean? What if you just added Escape to Goblin Rabblemaster? That's Squee. You know, Squee, so Rabblemaster doesn't have haste. Squee does have haste. So on the third turn of untapping with Rabblemaster, Rabblemaster is more damage. But Squee is actually more damage for the first 2 turns. We might be able to Alpha Strike. So it's more damage if I tap this and I go Tracker for... Tracker Fetch Land. Yeah, this should be lethal. They block this, they go up to 11, but then they take... I can do 1 more damage with either Wrenn and Six. Oh, I guess I can't Wrenn and Six anymore, so yeah, I'll just equip. Yeah, we should be good. Isn't same damage on turn 2? No, yeah, you're right. So it's more Squeeze more damage on the first turn. Rabblemaster is more damage on, or same damage turn 2. Rabblemaster is more damage on turn 3, which I think makes Squee better, to be honest, than Rabblemaster just like on its own, and then it also has Escape. Yeah, and Squee also doesn't have the downside of making your goblins attack. Although I will say this, so we don't look at the sideboard, but we briefly brewed this together just a moment ago. I like this shell a lot, the Collected Company Unearth Shells, to maximize the power of 3 mana creatures. And so I think sometime next week we'll play this. I'll work on the sideboard, I'll work on the main deck some more, but we'll play the full 12 and just have a bit of fun, and maybe it'll be good. Definitely looks fun enough for the stream. Okay, so we're going to bring in the Boseijus, the Needle, the Moons, the Turoks. And cut a Spellbomb. I might play a Pyrite Spellbomb just for density of targets. We'll see. Cut the Persias, the Terminate, the Heat, probably. Second Bolt. Maybe, yeah, just play this for density of 2 targets for Saga. Or, so I have the Needle, never mind, I have the Needle. Maybe Pyrite's still better than Nihil Spellbomb, though. I can play, like, first Bolt. Next league? I don't... maybe we could do next league. I'm pretty hungry, though. I need to go get my haircut. We'll see. I also have to take time to build the sideboard. And, like, you know... I think I want to marinate on it. Maybe playtest a little off stream. This leaves me soft to Shark Typhoon. I think I'm okay being, like, somewhat soft to Shark Typhoon. I could just, like... It doesn't feel like a card that's just going to beat me by itself. They can have their Shark token. I have my creatures. Repeal the Ragavan. Remand, Spreading Seas, Ballista, Karn the Great Crater, Island, second Urza's Tower. Oh, I was supposed to get a... Sorry, I was supposed to tap a bit differently. Guess I'm just getting second Blood Crypts. I was supposed to get Overgrown Tomb, I think. So they're going to hold up Remand instead of casting the Spreading Seas, which I think is fine. I want to hold my Saga. Oh my gosh. Well, no, I don't want to cast that. If I cast this, they just remand it back to their hand, actually. So let me just go cast Needle. They'll probably sack the map in response. Then I'll just go play Boseiju, play Tarmogoyf. And then name Karn the Great Crater with the Needle. Yeah, remand kind of funny against Ragavan. Coco into 2 Rabbles into... Oh, dude, Stoke the Flames. I don't know if there's room for another non-creature because you're playing Unearths, but it does sound really fun. I have a big soft spot for Stoke the Flames. Dismember the monkey. That's why you always play a backup monkey. So I'm going to play this. They're going to remand it. I'm going to kick Turok. What are the losses to? One of the losses was to Tron, so it doesn't count. And the other loss was to Rhinos. I know my opponent has Spreading Seas in their hands, so I'm not waiting to play the Saga out. But today we were 13-2, which is GP top 8, 4-1-5-0, 4-1. Very impressive stuff. This isn't the list, by the way. Ooh, Dockside. This is I have a and a Karn Silex. EDH. I got my Dockside for EDH. I'm pretty close to finishing the Magda list, or at least like more than halfway through now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on this off stream, and then we'll play this sometime next week.